Now I'm on. Hey, this is Chuck. I've been out for maybe a couple weeks. My kids and wife and I have been pretty ill with some kind of a upper respiratory infection. Um, I may talk a little about that. Um, at some point I'll go through these videos and maybe clip some talks out, and I definitely want to post clips, but we're keeping a pretty busy life at the moment. Hopefully in the next few weeks that'll change. But you know, things that we call good and things that we call bad are really like two sides of the same coin. And so things that we don't want to happen, there's always good that comes out of it. Now, it may be years later. You might be so beat down and so full of negative thoughts and feelings and anger and hatred that you don't realize what it did for you, and it may take a while to come forward. But hard things lead to good things. Everything in life is like polishing a stone or clothes in the laundry. Talked to a friend of mine yesterday who was saying, like, hard times are like a slingshot. It takes a lot of energy to pull you back and sling you forward. And it's very accurate. It's our emotions motivate us, and these emotions take some sort of energy to get them moving. So during this illness, it for me personally brought up, I think for my wife and I, it brought up, like, sometimes with our kids and the situation we're in, we feel like we're thriving, and sometimes we feel like we just got our head down and we're surviving. And this really brought to our attention, like, we need some more help, and we need to step out here and do this there. And so we have kind of a list of, it also brought us more grateful for many things, for each other and health, and so many things. But it also was a catalyst to help us thrive more. And thriving is a perspective. Things don't have to really shift a lot. They can, but and then for me, just to be super transparent, I still have a lot of, I guess, unprocessed trauma from when my kids were really, really ill, and when they were born. It was a lot of ups and downs, and they weren't sure they're going to make it several times over like 4 or 5 week period at first. At least first 3 weeks, no one was sure they're going to make it, and they did. They're doing excellent. But some of that's stored in my body, whether you know this or not. Trauma and emotions that we were unable to process get stuck in our bodies. And so I have stuff from childhood, as everyone does, and I've processed quite a bit, but I have yet to figure out how to just push a button and process everything. I have a course, Stop Suffering, Start Living, that kind of introduces the idea of it's important to learn how to just feel these things and be open to feeling them. And when they show up, do your best to be present with the feelings. And another course that's not quite finished, but Living Stillness, where you can't force yourself to, but you can put yourself in processes where you are like open to wounding from the childhood, or things that come up for you, and you just say, okay, I'm open to feel it now in this safe space. And so I'm a big fan of doing those kind of things, and just life will bring things up. And like when my kids get sick, it's not intellectual. It's like, probably like somebody's been to war or something. You hear a loud noise, and I'm not saying that seeing my children almost die many times is the same thing as going to war, but it was very tough, very tough. It was really hard to see, and so this, when they get sick, especially as sick as we all were with this coughing and um, just, I'm just snapped back there. I'm not trying to go there. I'm a person who likes to visualize them as healthy. When they were sick in the NICU, I had a steel mind. I would play my sons. I'd stand there in their little tubes, or when I held them for kangaroo care, and I would visualize them on a sunny day and in the grass playing with a dog, healthy and happy. As like a teenager, 10 or 12 years old, but sometimes nowadays, when they've been sick, especially like this was, I'm still got the adrenaline. I'm still like, not on my watch. But anyways, just want to be transparent. So thank goodness that I'm processed a lot of that. I really did have some breakthroughs about their health and who's responsible. I realized on some level it's very complicated to really comprehend what's going on in my noggin, but I feel like it's up to me to keep them alive. And there's some genuine heartfelt shift, not intellectual, heartfelt shift of like, they're on their journey. I do everything possible, everything humanly possible, but it's their journey. And I am not ultimately responsible for their journey. So that was more freeing. All right, well, I'm gonna play some music, and we will get started on this. If you're tuning in and you're new, this slide is for you. If you've done these before, just tune this out. This is a present session. You can't mess it up. This is not I'm not teaching a technique or any kind of modality, so there's nothing to learn. Some kind of things like meditation or yoga or qigong, you might be able to do something wrong. You can't do it wrong here, because you're not doing anything. To be honest with you, I'm not doing anything. This energy wants to come out. This presence wants to be known. It wants to be involved in our lives. And if you tune in and are open, it will touch you. And I can't tell you how it's going to touch you and what it's going to do, because it has intelligence, mind and life of its own. And we're all so unique, and we all have our unique traumatic patterns and bears over our hearts that it finds a way in. Some people feel peaceful, some people have mystical experiences, but it doesn't really matter. All right, I'm going to start some music, and at the end I'll just wave goodbye, and you can just stay with it as long as you feel like it. Thanks for tuning in. Bless you.
This joyous world, the play of the divine, all of this we are, all this we are. Free.